So the one thing that really turned me like it was where I kind of found out about you was through the article about the snake pit house that was wrote in the Cord.
Yeah.
That's how I came into like finding out about you and Bad Egg and all that. That was
I wish you were able to attend the snake pit if you hadn't.
Do you know
But
what the biggest bitch of that was? I was in the
yeah,
area at the time. I know exactly where it was too, and I
just
fucking lived 10 minutes away from it.
yeah. I'll go to the next one. I'll go to the next one. Well, there is no more next one.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't even really know
Yeah.
about it though. That was
Yeah.
it was.
It's also been almost 3 years now too since like it's been done, and it's still like a legend in some regard. So
Oh yeah, like when I read
people
it.
people in KW really value their houses. So for house shows.
Apparently,
Yeah.
but like when I read the article, I was like, this is like something out of a fucking movie. Like they rented it. They have this house and they just play shows and there's like hundreds of people show up and the neighbors don't even care. Like
Yeah.
bylaw doesn't even care and they have like all these awesome. It just seemed like where was like this is amazing. Like
Yeah, that we started that because we had a first house and then the owners ended up selling because it was the time 3 or 4 years ago where the market boom was going on in Kitchener Waterloo.
yeah, I remember
So
that.
our house got sold for something ridiculous and probably didn't even pass safety. So we got kicked it, booted out, and then we last second found a house right on King Street near Ezra, and they wouldn't rent it out to students anymore because they lost their student licensing. So that's how we knew the house wasn't going to last very long. So we just decided to go 0 to 100 right away.
Well, why not?
Yeah, I think there was like a quiet period between the first month we lived there of June, and then every month after there was at least 1 or 2 shows until we stopped. In April we had like 4 shows. Or the last month we lived there, we had 4 going on every week, like once a week.
That's
It was,
amazing. That's
yeah,
amazing.
there was people, and they were all crazy attended. The crazy part was that there's bands seeking it from like as far as Ottawa to out in the States asking to come play like the last string of shows as if it was like CB fucking GBs or something.
Well, that's what the article said. You had to actually turn down a band because you knew there was going to be too many people showing up, and you're just like, sort of thing, like too
Yeah,
much.
I guess I could talk about it now because it definitely was in the past, but that was supposed to be the Dirty Nil and Flatliners.
Ooh,
So instead, we ended up doing that show with Sans Flatliners, but with the Dirty Nil at the night school that's now the Drink in Uptown Waterloo.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
that was
changed the
supposed to
name
happen.
again.
It's new owners. They'll probably change even more
Jesus
when
fuck.
everything reopens. Yeah, so there was that. That's how big the name got for the DIY house venue thing. Blah blah blah. KW. It's just it just seems like it's a blip, right? Flash in the pan. It's there and then it's gone, and that's the beauty of house shows. The venue may never be the same, and like it could always change every other month, maybe.
It's just and it's something like you said. It's DIY. You do it in your
Yeah, it
own
could be in a
house.
factory, it could be in a house, it could be in a jam hall, it could be under a bridge, it could be in the back of a taco factory. You know what I mean? Like it could be anywhere. Anywhere it could. You could draw power. You can have a show.
Exactly. You don't need a
Yeah.
stage. Like
No.
that's something that blows a lot of people's mind. Like you don't need a stage. Everyone's on the same floor. It's much cooler that way.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think that's the main thing moving forward with shows in general and getting back to a community-based music scene is you're gonna have to do a lot more DIY shows because I've already read today that hooray, things have reopened. So this weekend, guess what musicians get to go back to work? Oh, the
All
bar musician.
Yeah, all like the DJs and shit like that.
Yeah, I think everyone really missed having Wonderwall sung to them over dinner. So, the local musicians
Oh
once
my
again are going to
god.
get screwed. And like, let's see how long it takes for us to even be thought of working at these bars and restaurants, right? So, it's
It's a, it's fucked up. Like it makes no sense.
it does. It doesn't make any sense at all, and it doesn't have to right now, though. And I think
No.
everyone needs to take a step back and really like take a look and make sure when things get back to normal in any regard, and that the normal is not going to be the same as it was, but as soon as things are open, people need to take care of what they have because that was the thing that I think most people take for granted is that 90% of Choose Your Own Fest got decimated because our venues closed down.
Yeah, that was something that I saw. I unfortunately didn't attend it. I was already living up here at the time, but I saw that and I was like, "That's brilliant! Like that's
Don't worry,
exactly what
you
it
would have
is."
attended year two if it happened. I would have made sure you would have came down for that. It was already almost a year's worth of work put into it, and then just pulled the plug on March 12th or 13th. It was near the weekend of that week,
God
and
damn it.
yeah, just letting like over 50 bands and artists know that yeah, this isn't gonna happen. I have a date in July as a reschedule. That's not gonna happen either. So we're just gonna keep playing this game until I just admit that this can't go on. And then before I had to make those hard decisions, all the venues just started dropping anyways. So
Yeah, Harmony Lunch and Chainsaw now. Fucking hell.
yeah, there'll be a third one, well-known one that I will not talk about yet that is closing down. So that's gonna be really hard on the Uptown Waterloo community. And
Yeah, I don't even want to speculate.
I'm moving to Windsor in a couple weeks, and I we're gonna see how Windsor holds up. I think I'm gonna get a lot of cool ideas living down there that I hopefully can bring back to Kitchener Waterloo someday.
I'm excited to see what those ideas will be too, because these ideas like that and the punk rock flea market and shit like that, these are brilliant ideas. Like, I'm not just trying to blow smoke up your ass here, but this is like legit brilliant ideas for like a community. Like, this is not just like, you're not just shows. These is like things to
Yeah.
make people like, hey, this is stuff, this is our band, this is stuff we're selling, this is other stuff we're doing here. Like, these are some charities we're involved in, some
Absolutely.
organizations and shit like that. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, it just brings everyone together, but you also get to, hey, let's go over there and listen to that band player. Let's go over there and talk to that people. It's brilliant.
Yeah, or some bands would be too loud that it doesn't matter where you are, you have to listen to them. That happens, which is like a part of the fun of it, I think. Um, I have been working on the punk rock flea markets in KW for 2 years now with my partner Stacy and Brian Scheid, who used to be the bar manager at Chainsaw. Brian's a great fella, and he used to give us Chainsaw every couple of months to do a market in, free of charge. And we used to just set up and have our local friends and vendors come and sell their stuff while our local bands came and played. And sometimes we'd bring some out of town acts to showcase more music from just outside the region. Uh, yeah, I'm really sad that I can't do it anymore, but I think it'll be back in some capacity one day.
Oh, I think so too. Well, if
Uh, I mean, there's punk rock flea markets all over Ontario. KW needs its own punk rock flea market. I have already spoken to some people about taking it over for us when we can, but again, it all depends on time.
yeah, exactly.
Time and healing of a community that's
That's
down and out.
pretty much it right now. It's everything's so up in the air. We're just waiting for like the drop,
Yeah.
basically.
I wish I
And
could tell them, oh yeah, this venue will be available for you to do it, but I can't even say that right now.
yeah,
So
understandable.
yeah.
But like this was something I also was talking with Terry about. Was I like sure there's not going to be those venues that we had before because they're closed now, but my line of thinking is these other bars maybe want to take a chance on this just in case for revenue, you know.
Yeah, they will, and that's the reality of this. Someone will step up to the plate and do it, but it's unclear who right now. No one wants to say they will right now either.
No, it was just a thought. Like Jane Bond, that's just like
Yeah.
a random bar off the like a street there, but like it's just like a potential. I just thought of that right now. If it's still open,
They
and
have
all that
shows
stuff.
there.
Yeah, I've seen
They're
shows there.
I don't know how inclusive they are towards the community. I think moving forward they might have to be, and maybe their hand will be forced to be more inclusive to towards the community. But again, Jane Bond and like little holes in the wall like that should really be picking up a lot of lost business because they already have small capacity sizes.